Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 56, number 789. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. I enjoyed the company of Allah's Apostle for 3 years, and during the other years of my life, never was I so anxious to understand the Prophet's traditions as I was during those 3 years. I heard him saying, beckoning with his hand in this way, before the hour you will fight with people who will have hairy shoes and live in al-Barras. Sufyan, the sub-narrator, once said, and they are the people of al-Bazir. Volume 4, Book 56, number 790. Narrated by Umar bin Taqlib. I heard Allah's Apostle saying, near the hour you will fight with people who will wear hairy shoes, and you will also fight people with flat faces like shields. Volume 4, Book 56, number 791. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. I heard Allah's Apostle saying, the Jews will fight with you, and you will be given victory over them so that a stone will say, O Muslim, there is a Jew behind me, kill him. Volume 4, Book 56, number 792. Narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. The Prophet said, a time will come when the people will wage holy war, and it will be asked, is there any amongst you who has enjoyed the company of Allah's Apostle? They will say, yes, and then victory will be bestowed upon them. They will wage holy war again, and it will be asked, is there any among you who has enjoyed the company of the companions of Allah's Apostle? They will say, yes, and then victory will be bestowed on them. Volume 4, Book 56, number 793. Narrated by Adi bin Hatim. While I was in the city of the Prophet, a man came and complained to him, the Prophet, of destitution and poverty. Then another man came and complained of robbery by highwaymen. The Prophet said, Adi, have you been to Al-Hira? I said, I haven't been to it, but I was informed about it. He said, if you should live for a long time, you will certainly see that a lady in a howdah traveling from Al-Hira will safely reach Mecca and perform the tawaf of the Kaaba, fearing none but Allah. I said to myself, what will happen to the robbers of the tribe of Tai who have spread evil throughout the country? The Prophet further said, if you should live long, the treasures of Hosra will be opened and taken as spoils. I asked, you mean Hosra, son of Hermes? He said, Hosra, son of Hermes. And if you should live long, you will see that one will carry a handful of gold or silver and go out looking for a person to accept it from him, but will find none to accept it from him. And any of you, when meeting Allah, will meet him without needing an interpreter between him and Allah to interpret for him. And Allah will say to him, didn't I send a messenger to teach you? He will say, yes. Allah will say, didn't I give you wealth and do you favors? He will say, yes. Then he will look to his right and see nothing but hell, and look to his left and see nothing but hell. Adi further said, I heard the Prophet saying, save yourself from the hell fire even with half a date, to be given in charity, and if you do not find a half date, then with a good pleasant word. Adi added, later on, I saw a lady in a howdah traveling from Al-Hira till she performed the tawaf of the Kaaba, fearing none but Allah. And I was one of those who opened, conquered, the treasures of Hosra, son of Hermes. If you should live long, you will see what the Prophet Abu al-Qasim had said, a person will come out with a handful of gold, etc. Volume 4, Book 56, number 794. Narrated by Adi. As above, i.e. Hadith number 793. Volume 4, Book 56, number 795. Narrated by Uqba bin Amra. The Prophet once came out and offered the funeral prayer for the martyrs of Uhud, and proceeded to the pulpit and said, I shall be your predecessor and a witness on you, and I am really looking at my sacred fount now, and no doubt, I have been given the keys of the treasures of the world. By Allah, I am not afraid that you will worship others along with Allah, but I am afraid that you will envy and fight one another for worldly fortunes. Volume 4, Book 56, number 796. Narrated by Osama. Once the Prophet stood on one of the high buildings of Medina, and said, Do you see what I see? I see affliction pouring among your hours like raindrops. Volume 4, Book 56, number 797. Narrated by Zainab bint Jahsh. That the Prophet came to her in a state of fear, saying, None has the right to be worshipped but Allah. Woe to the Arabs because of evil that has come near. Today a hole has been made in the wall of Gog and Magog as large as this. Pointing with two of his fingers making a circle. Zainab said, I said, O Allah's Apostle, shall we be destroyed though amongst us there are pious people? He said, Yes, if evil increases. Narrated Salama. The Prophet woke up and said, Glorified be Allah, what great, how many, treasures have been sent down, and what great, how many, afflictions have been sent down. Volume 4, Book 56, number 798. Narrated by Sasa. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said to me, I notice that you like sheep and you keep them. So take care of them and their food, for I have heard Allah's Apostle saying, A time will come upon the people when the best of a Muslim's property will be sheep, which he will take to the tops of mountains and to the places of rain falls to run away with his religion in order to save it from afflictions. Volume 4, Book 56, number 799. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, There will be afflictions, and at the time, the sitting person will be better than the standing one, and the standing one will be better than the walking, and the walking will be better than the running. And whoever will look towards those afflictions, they will overtake him, and whoever will find a refuge or a shelter, should take refuge in it. The same narration is reported by Abu Bakr, with the addition, the Prophet said, Among the prayers there is a prayer the missing of which will be to one like losing one's family and property. Volume 4, Book 56, number 800. Narrated by Ibn Mas'ud. The Prophet said, Soon others will be preferred to you, and there will be things which you will not like. The companions of the Prophet asked, O Allah's Apostle, what do you order us to do, in this case? He said, I order you, to give the rights that are on you and to ask your rights from Allah. Volume 4, Book 56, number 801. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, This branch from Quraysh will ruin the people. The companions of the Prophet asked, What do you order us to do, then? He said, I would suggest that the people keep away from them. Volume 4, Book 56, number 802. Narrated by Said al-Umawi. I was with Marwan and Abu Hurairah and heard Abu Hurairah saying, I heard the trustworthy, truly inspired one, i.e. the Prophet, saying, The destruction of my followers will be brought about by the hands of some youngsters from Quraysh. Marwan asked, Youngsters? Abu Hurairah said, If you wish, I would name them. They are the children of so and so and the children of so and so.